Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back down under the mat. We are here in Madison Square Garage around the pool table of relevancy. This is Mr. Dan Danielson. I'm Reece. We're here to talk about all things WrestlePalooza today.
Palooza. So can you just remind me, how do I get to view this on the ESPN app? Is it the ESPN Plus app or the ESPN DLC app, or is it because I've got to have Comcast on the YouTube TV as part of my ESPN package and pay the $29.99 per month to get it? Like, it's pretty bad when you have to have R-Truth explaining it to everybody.
Twice during SmackDown, and then running vignettes of Cody explaining how to set it up as well. What a shambles.
I think that's a bit of a shambles, because it was like, I think like watching all the news articles and stuff throughout the week that there was like something like 20 million or 200 million households that wouldn't have access to it because they didn't get the right deal with, I'm pretty sure it was Comcast and Google TV to have them to be able to do the ESPN app on those services. So you had to go in some other way through it because you had just
so convoluted. Just put it all on Netflix, bro.
Do what Stephanie McMahon says, get a VPN and watch it on Netflix.
Yes.
Makes it so much easier.
For you American audiences, for us Australian audiences, all we had to do was log into Netflix, click play.
And press play.
Easy. What I did not appreciate, though, was fucking ad breaks on a PLE on Netflix.
That's pretty annoying.
I can somewhat get on board with it, or like deal with it when we're watching Saturday night's main event, which was streamed on NBC.
On NBC, yeah.
Which are like, ad breaks were unavoidable. That's fine. But on a goddamn premium live event,
when you've already got all your ring mat sponsored and you've got your Prime bottles out there and you've got your Slim Jim tables.
Ridiculous.
The Wingstop match.
I want to know. The Wingstop. I want to know what was playing during these ads, because I wouldn't mind watching some American TV ads.
I actually don't mind.
I'd run that. Let me watch foreign ads for 3 minutes instead of listening to that stupid song that they play. Every ad break on Netflix. This is why I hate watching SmackDown Live.
Yeah, because
it's so annoying, because you get into it and then you get an ad break and you're just like, and then they just play like rotating vignettes of people doing their poses during photo shoots. And
if you watch the American ads, they're all just like bacon double whopper cheeseburger meals. And
I had an ultimate double whopper on Friday for dinner.
Yeah.
Woohoo! I love me some Hungry Jacks, man.
I finally had the, what's the Macca's one? The Big Arch.
How good.
That's a burger.
That is a good burger.
That is a solid burger, that one.
Let's get back on track. Talk about WrestlePalooza. I was honestly pretty flat leading into this, and I think you know why. We were at the Raiders game last night. Knocked out in straight sets.
Down the milk?
Oh, it's rough. It's hard to deal with that. I wasn't getting my hopes up about a grand final win, but I was not expecting to lose 2 weeks straight in the finals.
Yeah, look.
So I was pretty down this morning, and there were 3 things that got me back into it, and I was up in it and raring to go.
Big meaty man slapping man meat.
Always.
Yeah.
Number 1, that immaculate opening vignette that they did for ESPN.
Yes.
And then having the pyro and the fireworks timed with like hits and moves that were happening on the screen at the same time. Looked spectacular. Number 2 was the lighting for our opening match for one of the competitors, Brock Lesnar. Coming out, Titantron was all black. They had the LED boards that the superstars were walking on. His was lit up white. And just that lighting from beneath him really showed the definition of how his build is. And he looked like an absolute monster.
He is ginormous still.
Yeah.
Like, there was those photos that came out a couple of months ago with like him and Sable at some event when he had like his long ponytail and stuff, and people were like, geez, Brock looks like he's not what he used to be.
He's like,
what? And then it's probably like they have this talk.
He's in his 50s now, isn't he?
He'd be,
or is he very late 40s?
Very late 40s, I reckon.
Jeez, like,
how old is Brock Lesnar?
You look it up. I'll talk about number 3 that got me raring to go was the introduction of the Beast by none other than the Orca, Paul Heyman. And it was one of those situations where I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, it's 48. Well, nailed it. It was one of those situations where I'm sitting there thinking to myself, hey, what if this happens? And I was like, whoa, There's no way Alicia Fox is going to do a Brock Lesnar introduction justice.
And
What if
you're
Paul
right.
Heyman does it? And then it just happened mere seconds after thinking it. Oh,
Who's
so good
older?
hearing that again.
Brock Lesnar or John Cena? Who's the oldest?
I know you just looked it up,
I
but I
did.
didn't actually see it. So good work.
Who's older?
I reckon Brock's older.
You reckon Brock is older?
Yeah, I reckon Cena's, because I feel like Cena just did more work long term, and that's worn him out. Whereas Brock has a lot of time off.
John Cena's 4 months older.
Oh, what a cop out! What a cop out. So they're the same age.
Yeah, pretty much. Look, this was fun. I think that when they announced that this was going to open the card, it's a very Brock Lesnar thing, right? Either you finish you're either the main event or you open. That's kind of all it
First,
does.
you're last.
I also think it was definitely a strategic decision because this was the match that was on during the main event of All Out.
Yeah,
So, but by the time
I can't believe
even though
fucking All Out was still going. when
5 hours
WrestlePalooza
it started 5 hours before WrestlePalooza started, and the main event was on at the start.
AEW has some fucking fantastic matches. But my God, are their pay-per-views too long?
Pay-per-views.
Pay-per-views. Too long.
I
Too
haven't-
long. I love wrestling, but I don't love wrestling that much anymore.
I haven't had a chance to see any of the clips or anything from All Out, so I'll watch that when it is available to us to watch in a couple of days' time.
Through VPN.
So yeah, wink, wink, NordVPN, Surfshark, whichever one you use, go for gold. I'll try and watch that later on in the week, but yeah, like it's a long show. So I get WWE counter programming with this because it's the ESPN. It's the first match on ESPN, right? And the way that even Heyman announced Lesnar, that he was a former NCAA champion, he was a former UFC champion, he was a former
Including
WWE
all his
champion.
accolades.
Like you're putting Lesnar across as
The guy.
the sports marquee person on this product. There's still obviously the dubiousness of him being named in the court stuff with.
And I did
Vince.
notice there was a sign
Yeah,
during the match.
there's a few signs, I think.
He shouldn't be here, and we all know why.
And I think there's a lot of the internet wrestling community that kind of feel like Brock Lesnar is not required and not needed right now. But if you see what happened when he showed up on SmackDown, and he beat up Cena and Sami Zayn, the crowd popped.
Yep.
His music hits, the crowd popped. The casual fan pops for Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Because he is a beast. He is the beast
It's an
incarnate.
attraction.
He
The alpha
absolutely
male
is.
of our species.
And he showed it, right? Like he looked phenomenal.
Absolutely dominated John Cena too.
And that was a strange booking decision to me because
I think-
we both said that Lesnar was going to win, right?
Yeah.
We both predicted that. I think it was going
Put
to
some ones on the board. We'll get some little graphics down the bottom.
for our predictions. Okay,
He's got one right. I've got one right.
good to know. Brock Lesnar wins.
We'll need to know that by the end of the show.
Oh yeah, because I wonder who's going to win. But the fact that like it was so dominant, the way that
It was not what I was expecting.
no, but I mean I also wasn't expecting. I think it was 8.5 minutes, just under 9 minutes.
Yeah, that's
We kind of said it was
quick.
going to be between 10 to 12 minutes. It was going to be semi-competitive between the two of them, and then Brock wins.
Kind of was at the start for a few minutes. Cena got the upper hand, gave Brock like 4 shoulder charges.
Until he finally knocked him over.
Went to
yeah.
do the 5-knuckle shuckle, got up, got hit with an F5. Cena got 3 AAs on Brock. Brock kicked
two
out.
AAs.
Sure.
Did you write 3?
I did.
I thought it was only 2, but okay. Well, I'll take you 3.
Anyway,
I'll take you
anyway.
3. Oh, no, it was because he stood up from 2 and then he hit the 3rd. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Got me down myself there. And then after that, the Brock dominance began. He hit 6 F5s.
Mm-hmm.
And he just he hit one, he hit the second one, and then he just started jumping around the ring, just
Very
posing,
Suplex
just
City.
cruising around.
I mean, we also skipped out on the John Cena entrance.
Yeah, the kids coming out.
That was super cool. Obviously for all those kids.
Way
And
too many kids, man.
there was a lot of kids, but also that was clearly to play up all of the children in the crowd that were going to be crying when Brock Lesnar destroyed
it
John
was
Cena.
so good.
That was perfect.
Sorry, kids.
And look, it was obvious. I mean, I wouldn't say that the kids were plants, but the WWE knew what they were doing.
Oh, absolutely.
They knew that you get the young crowd out there and you have their superhero John Cena decimated to a point where he can't stand and he's completely defenseless. Those kids aren't going to like it, and then it's going to make great TV. And
it did.
Nailed it.
It did. 6 F5s, got the 1, 2, 3. Brock would then F5 the referee and John Cena for a 7th time and then exit the building.
I was kind of waiting to see if someone was going to come out to confront Brock. Yeah. Because it kind of like, I think you and I both said this after it, like, where does John Cena go now? Because we know he's got a match.
Where does Brock go now too?
We know John Cena's got a match at Crown Jewel.
Yes. 3 weeks.
He's announced
3 weeks away.
What's it going to be? We don't know. I would assume that it's got to be the AJ Styles match. It's the one.
Well, you got to remember. I know you want it so badly. You got to remember. John Cena said
he did all the moves.
He's doing the moves to pay homage to people that he can't have matches with before he retires. And he did a Styles clash, and he did a goddamn spear.
Which, to Reece's point, he was hoping. We've pitched it on the podcast for a couple of weeks now.
The final match.
The final match was going to be Edge. Who's going to have a little break from AEW
just
and come
a couple
back.
Weeks.
But if you have seen All Out, and this is one of the clips from All Out I have seen, Edge
did the 5-knuckle shuffle.
Hits a 5-knuckle shuffle and an AA on Dax, I'm pretty sure it was.
And the whole crowd was chanting John Cena.
You can't see me. Like Edge did that, or Cope, whatever. Did that homage to Cena on the same night that Cena was wrestling. Like, that match, I think, now can be very safely crossed off the list. Yeah. It's never happening.
And I think once Edge did that, I was like, shit, that's it.
It's done.
I was hoping so bad for that match.
But
I
still think it's AJ. I can't see another match that makes any sense for John Cena unless he comes to Australia and has an open challenge and it's Bronson Reed or Grayson Waller. And I don't think we care.
Chris Jericho. Though there are rumors of Chris Jericho's WWE return floating around.
Nah.
I'm wondering if he's going to get back before the end of the year and have one last match with Cena, because they had some good history in the early days of John Cena's championship reign.
Not the same history as with AJ Styles, and AJ Styles is right there.
Do you even remember
what?
Chris Jericho got fired because of John Cena.
Oh no, I remember storyline and stuff. Early on in the 2000s.
John Cena and AJ had like a 4 or 5 month feud. That was it.
One of John Cena's best matches ever.
Yeah, because of AJ Styles.
Correct. Give him one more chance at it. Because do you think this match was the worst match John Cena has had since WrestleMania?
No. He got dominated. That doesn't mean it's a bad match.
I mean, it wasn't a good match, though.
I enjoyed seeing it. I love watching Brock Lesnar dominate people.
From a spectacle side of things, it was fine. But from a match perspective, this was a pretty bad match.
It wasn't a match. It was a beatdown.
Correct. So it was a glorified squash match. What do your Uncle Dave's giving this?
In a way.
Uncle Dave's
he's giving it 2 stars. 2 stars.
For sure. He's not liking this at all. So obviously we think Cena has to do something at Crown Jewel. Don't know. What does Brock do? Where does Brock go?
Does Brock even do anything? Did they just bring him back to do the match with John Cena
on ESPN
and then be done?
Well,
wait for that court case stuff to blow over.
Well, I think the one
because what else is he gonna do?
Well, the match everybody wants was that WrestleMania match against Gunther.
Well, you got 6 months till WrestleMania, plenty of time to build it up.
But do you bring Brock back onto TV and then take him back off?
Speaking of, there you go. Gunther versus John Cena, pending how Gunther's recovery is going. People were clamoring for that at the beginning of the year too.
Yeah, but after Gunther retired Goldberg, I don't think you can have him
retire
Cena as well.
Oh, what better to put on the list of accolades of Gunther than winning a World Heavyweight Championship from, who did he beat? Oh man, my memory's shot right now. Who did he beat to
I know,
win the
tapped out to
championship?
Jay.
All right, we don't talk about that. Man, he beat Damian Priest. That's why no one gives a shit.
Oh, was that Priest that he lost? Yeah.
Yeah,
because that was at SummerSlam last year after the King of the Ring. Yeah.
Longest ever Intercontinental Championship run.
Yeah.
2-time World Heavyweight Champion. Retiring Goldberg and retiring John Cena. What a list of accolades for Gunther. Speaking
of that list of things there, the accolades and ESPN, I'll tie this into the WrestlePalooza. I don't know if you know who Stephen A. Smith is. Do you know who Stephen A. Smith is?
He's one of the broadcasters.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he's
I
like,
can picture him.
He is
picture
deliberately, like Luke will put him there. He's deliberately controversial, and he does it all the time with
Controversy creates cash.
any
guys.
of his hot takes and stuff with the basketball. Like he constantly feuds with LeBron James. He's hated on Conor McGregor. He's like all these sort of things. He picks against the norm to try.
To be fair, the one argument I did see was them comparing, and I think it was Shaq was saying LeBron was better than Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
and Stephen Smith.
Stephen A. Smith. Yeah.
Stephen A. Smith was backing Jordan.
Yeah,
I agree
because he hates LeBron.
Well, yeah, but I agree with that
But
statement.
anyway, the point of tying this back into WrestlePalooza was that Stephen A. Smith was talking about his best wrestlers like ever, and his top 5, and his number 1 wrestler of all time for Stephen A. Smith,
Gunther.
Goldberg.
Ugh.
And Triple H came out and was like, "Look, I understand Stephen A. Smith. I get it. He's trying to be controversial, but like Goldberg was great, but no point could anybody put him at number 1. No one.
No.
So maybe I don't know where to book Brock Lesnar next. I don't know where to book John Cena.
It's
next.
a mystery.
This was the match that ESPN. I mean, they didn't ask for it,
But they wanted it.
But
Without knowing that.
somebody said they wanted it.
Yeah.
It was what it was, right? It was a 8.5 minute squash match.
Yep. Moving on to the tag team match. Jay and Jimmy, the Usos, versus B&B Security, Bronson Reed, and Bron Breakker.
The Vision.
Yes, the Vision, with matching Steiner-esque jackets with spikes on it.
So this
dug
was fun. Obviously, Heyman pulling double duty on announcements.
Yes.
For the first 2 matches. The part that I didn't overly like was LA Knight feeling like he was just jammed into this
Well, yeah, they did show
for the sake of it.
in the lead up to the match, and I think there was some pre-show before WrestlePalooza started. They showed there was an altercation between
Backstage, yep.
the 2 tag teams competing, and Adam Pearce was like, I need someone that's strong and blah, blah, blah. I need a special guest referee, and that's going to be L.A. Knight. Yeah. And then LA Knight was like, well, I'm just there to count a pinfall or a submission. So if you guys want to grab weapons and beat each other up, it's fine by me.
Which
I think that kind of worked into the favor of the match as well.
Yeah, it did.
It breathed some life in it, because if it was just a regular old tag match, it wouldn't have been bad. But this just ups it a little bit. It worked really well towards the finish of the match too.
Yeah. It definitely added to the finish. The problem with the match, though, was the fact that some annotation of these 5 people have been the main event of Raw for the last 7 or 8 weeks.
Oh, and look.
And it was LA Knight and
we've
Jey
got
Uso.
2 more months of it until after War Games is done, buddy.
I know. God, I'm going to get so sick of it.
But they do this every year. It was like with the Judgment Day.
It was the Judgment Day last time. Now it's the Vision.
And there was Bloodline last year. And,
Bloodline rules. The Bloodline rules.
Bloodline rules. It's just... It's tiring.
This was it was fun. Adding the fact that LA Knight kind of turned a blind eye to some of the outside shenanigans, let them hit chairs and stuff like that. There were some really fun spots. The sequence of the Bronson missing a moonsault. Oh my God, Bronson Reed.
I can't believe that he actually he hit the moonsault.
He did, yeah.
He hit it, but he missed it.
And then
you know what I mean?
Jimmy hitting the swanton, and then Bron spearing Jimmy, and then Jay spearing Bron, and then the splash, and then the kick out. Like that was all wild. Then there was the chair spot at the end where Jay busted his head open because he's an idiot.
Yeah, that's rough, man. Like gearing up towards the end, going at swing for Bron, who pulled LA Knight in the way, and him just going limp to make sure that he didn't hit LA Knight, shows that Jay does care. So I'm interested to see how that's going to pan out on Raw.
Well, because we've said, I think one of our big good TikToks for the last week was this discussing that Jay needs a bit of an edge to his character. We're kind of hoping that something come of it. Nothing really came of this match. There was no sort of super heel turns, but you're right. But does it lead towards a War Games where LA Knight is with the Usos?
Yep, a 4-man War Games.
And then turns, shut up with your 4-man War Games. We're not doing it. Jerk. But is that the point where Jay turns on LA Knight in War Games to help the other team win?
I don't necessarily think it's to help the Vision win. I think it's more because he's not going to side with the Vision. I think that
no, but he's going to turn on LA Knight.
Yes, he's going to turn on LA Knight, cost his team the win, but not side with the Vision.
Yep, no, I think that's probably fair.
Yeah,
but yeah, look, this match was what it was, right? 17 minutes or so. They all It was better than the Raw matches, obviously, because they got a bit more time on ESPN and on the PLE.
And weapons.
And they got the weapons and stuff. But really, it was
What it was.
It was what it was. And the Usos, I love that they brought back the Uso Penitentiary, their tag team music.
Yeah.
And then we
Which
get
is,
Jade to roll
but
back
like,
and do it again.
It's kind of funny, like how this just hold on, let me get my train of thought.
Yep.
With the theme musics, you look at the situation with what happened with the Shield, where arguably the biggest star of them all effectively kept this theme music.
But Dean Ambrose changed his music.
Come on, Dan. Come on, Dan.
Sorry. Yeah. Anyway.
Roman Reigns effectively kept the Shield music. They tweaked it a little bit. Jay effectively kept the Usos music and they tweaked that a little bit.
Yep.
So I just thought it's a nice little interesting tidbit, you know? Because they are such similar songs. Moving on to the best match of the night.
Cake versus cake match.
Well, Io doesn't have that much cake.
No, but Stephanie, whoa, her cake more than makes up for it.
I told you I was looking at the WWE card app, Slam.
Yes.
The watch along, looking for trades, and then like when this match started, there were several comments of just peaches. Good work, people. Good work. This match,
Stephanie knows what she's doing.
Amazing.
And it works.
Yeah, it all works. The match was amazing. She was amazing.
I had overbooked on our last episode on our prediction show.
Look, we had some fun.
We overbooked a no finish so you can get a triple threat at Crown Jewel.
Yeah. We had our serious predictions though, which was Dan went with Io Sky. I went with Stephanie Vicker.
Reece wins. I will tell you though, on the Slam card app where you had to do your predictions of the matches, I picked Stephanie.
Oh, did you?
So I get my free coins. It's fine.
Free coins.
Look, I think that this, if having to pick a winner, I think this makes sense, right? Like it was. I think my logic for why it wasn't going to be Stephanie or anything like that was that, like I said, Naomi was not going to drop the title if she was not pregnant and she was wrestling on this card. I don't think Naomi was dropping the title yet. So that could have meant that Stephanie would put on a great match, maybe some form of dusty finish and she loses and then she wins it back in at the Royal Rumble or something. But without Naomi, I think maybe they've just brought that story forward a few months.
Yeah, and like Io's got the Rhea, the Asuka, that situation to fall back onto. She doesn't necessarily need the title, and the title doesn't need to be involved in that story at the moment. So we've got that patched up. Stephanie now moves on in 3 weeks, assumedly to face Tiffany Stratton for the Crown Jewel Championship. So go fuck yourselves, all the naysayers out there who were like, no, they're not going to do the Crown Jewel Championship matches in Australia. It was always happening.
Looks like they are. If you saw the post show, they'll set it up.
If they weren't going to do it, they wouldn't have called it Crown Jewel.
Yeah, it would have been
basic logic.
Bad blood down under, like we said.
Oh man, that would have been so good.
It would have been
such a missed opportunity.
The question to this, right? So obviously that now you've got 3 weeks to build the champion versus champion match. Who do you now build Stephanie against?
It's got to be Tiffany. I don't see.
No, I'm not saying Tiffany. I know that match is happening. I'm talking about back on Raw.
Oh,
if you've got
like
your
for the
Asuka,
future,
Io, Rhea,
it's Rhea.
etc.
You've got time for Rhea to, assumedly, however it may happen, because she on Raw this week came out and said, whether it's you or it's Io, whoever wins that title,
I'm coming for
I'm
you.
coming. So it's a foregone conclusion that it's going to happen at some point. I assume.
So the assumption is that you have. Okay, so then instead of booking the triple threat for the title at Crown Jewel, we book a triple threat number 1 contenders match with Io, Asuka, and Rhea.
I'm going one better.
Completely
left field. It's going to be Asuka and Kairi versus Rhea and Io in a tag match.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. But then how does Rhea get to the title?
They'll figure it out.
Oh, I suppose
that can be the War Games.
They did that with Jade Cargill.
Yeah. Well, like let's talk about that for a quick second because we had there was a leak online that some of the WrestlePalooza shirts had advertised for the WrestlePalooza show Tiffany versus Jade versus Nia, which is now confirmed to take place on SmackDown this week, which is I don't see Jade or Nia winning, to be honest, especially now that we're going to be doing the Crown Jewel matches. I think you want to put on a great show for the Australian crowds, you give them Tiffy versus Stephanie.
Yeah, Nia's Australian. Born in Sydney.
Yeah, I don't think they want to see Nia as champion in another like championship match in
No, I don't
Australia.
think so either. And I also
We
think
hated it so much last time.
you also need to remember, if you international fans, if you don't recall, Tiffy time properly starting on the main roster was Elimination Chamber last year in Perth.
You're welcome.
We were the first massive crowd that got Tiffy over. Because I remember that was when she was in the chamber and we were cheering her over and everything. And we all kind of knew Becky was going to win that chamber to set up the Mania match.
Yeah.
But then when Liv, who at the point was still like a favourite of everybody's, pinned Tiffy, we were not happy. No. So I think that's what started Tiffy time. So I think they know Australia is going to pop for her. So look, Stephanie against Tiffany makes the most sense. I agree with you. I don't think you can have Jade or Nia beat her in a triple threat. But again, having a triple threat means that those two can beat each other up and then pretty smooth and sold on whoever's left on the ground. And
both of them at once. Definitive win.
Just going to stack them up like Roman.
Do it.
They won't do that.
No. But yeah, back to the how we get Rhea to the championship match.
She just gets the pin in the tag match.
Well, Jade got the
set
pin.
a precedent.
Jade got the pin in a tag match to get the championship opportunity. Now, I feel like we've got Crown Jewel, unless they're just going to do a championship match on Raw, which I feel is a little bit... You want to do Stephanie and Rhea on a PLE event, pending what they do with War Games and the women's scene around that time, because as far as it's going now, nothing's coming to fruition to have a women's War Games match. They've had one every year.
Well, I mean, let's talk maybe a bit of a tangent off here then. NXT Homecoming. That happened during the week, and there was a lot of obviously main roster staff that had gone through NXT showing back up on NXT. Rhea was down there. Obviously,
got a picture.
Finn Balor came back down there. DIY went down there with their original music and things like that. But one of the main things that you would have seen on the internet throughout the week was when Triple H and HBK were both out there having a promo.
This is not what I thought you were going to pitch, but go ahead.
And everyone's favourite William Regal came out.
War Games!
So fucking good. Is that setting up an NXT versus WWE War Games pay-per-view?
Well, I do like that idea. I think that'd be really good. But a lot of people are kind of thinking with what happened during NXT Homecoming and the fact that the TNA talent were all unhappy, because all of them were posting something smart-ass about NXT on Twitter. A lot of the IWC have started thinking, hey, well, maybe we're going to get NXT versus TNA. Maybe they do that in a War Games match.
No, but they won't do that. Why would they do that on War Games? War Games is a main card PLE.
Well, it wasn't to start with.
Well, sure.
And you know what? It used to be 4-person too.
Stop it. Mate, look, if they do that on an NXT PLE, then that's fine. If it's NXT versus TNA, I'm fine for that. But I think if you're doing it on Survivor Series,
I think
main roster versus NXT.
Yeah. But do they then do that for both men and women in that case? Because I feel like it's going to be the Vision against the Usos and LA Knight. And
I think that match writes itself.
They'll probably get Sami Zayn involved too.
Yeah. I think the women, you could do it with...
that
Fatal
writes
Influence.
itself, bro. Because they're always... The closing shot of NXT Homecoming, the opening, actually, sorry, was them saying that the women are the backbone of NXT. Yeah. And we can have the current former crop of NXT, like the black and gold era, so Charlotte, Alexa Bliss, Rhea, Bianca, if she's back.
Nah, Bianca won't be back. Bailey.
Take Bianca out.
Tiffany.
Yeah, you could put Tiffy there and then have it go against the current NXT crop of women.
So Fatal Influence, Blake Monroe, Jordan Grace.
Or you can put more faces in there and have the tension with the NXT.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Maybe
it.
you can make it six person, throw some more women in there.
Shut the fuck up, Dan. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, let's quickly cover on the finish for Stephanie versus Io and then get back on track.
I mean,
talk about WrestlePalooza.
Before you talk about the finish, we have to talk about the Devil's Kiss spot because obviously that's... Booker T absolutely having a conniption on NXT Homecoming when Rhea and Stephanie did it together. I was talking to Reece just before we started recording. I feel like obviously Tiffy was taken out of NXT because of a concussion. But I feel that if Tiffany was in that match, it was going to be a 3-person
Yes.
Devil's Kiss.
And I don't think Lyra stacks up, if you catch our drift.
Yeah. So to me, it felt weird that Lyra took one of them out and just didn't do it. Like, I was like, why would you have 2 of the 3 not doing the 3 of them? It doesn't make sense, but whatever.
I feel like Lyra's like too innocent to do sexualized
Bird
stuff
people
like
don't
that.
do that kind of stuff?
No, I don't know.
Maybe.
I'm not a bird person.
But then obviously on this card, there was a couple of times Stephanie had to tease it, and then she finally got it on Io. What did Wade say? Wade Barrett said something about that he wishes he could get kissed by the devil too.
Yes, he did.
And Cole was just like, what?
I can't say that sort of stuff, mate.
And then they both took a shout out to Booker T, and I hope he was watching. So like that move is now almost as synonymous with Booker T losing his mind than with Stephanie's cake doing it. So that's pretty crazy.
So good.
But the finish, the missed moonsault from Io with the knee pads down, looks weird every time.
Yeah, as soon as she took like her, I don't even think they were just knee pads. I think it's just like not stockings, but like
but as soon as she did that, I was like, her legs looked too long and it
too
was
bare.
weird. And I was like,
Too bare.
that's
Doesn't look
strange.
right. Doesn't look right.
But
yeah,
the finish.
after there were several dragon screws to Io's legs.
Yep.
She missed the over the moonsault, smashed her knees, and then Stephanie with the what do they call it?
I was hoping you wrote that part down.
Well, Michael Cole said it was a variation of the spinal tap. The spiral tap, sorry.
Yep.
I don't know what Stephanie calls it.
Yeah, I don't know if she has a specific name for it yet.
She'll figure out a name.
But yeah, that was hit perfectly too.
Immensely.
So good.
Amazing ending. Loved it.
And the fact that they got 20 minutes was also really good for them to get 20 minutes on a page.
Very deserved. Very
Absolutely.
deserved. The fact that both matches with women in it got the longest time. Which we're going to move on to the mixed tag match next. Seth and Becky with an immaculate entrance on the pillar with their matching gigantic over-the-top outfits. And I loved how they did this with both tag teams, how they had the men's music first, and then once both competitors were like in position ready to get down to the ring, they switched it to their wives' music.
Do you think that's a little hypocritical of CM Punk?
Why?
Well, wasn't it on Raw when he said that he didn't have to play his music and he felt masculine enough coming out to his wife's song? So he gave her the spotlight, and then now this time he has to start with his music first to come out.
Oh, but then he came out and he waited for his wife. No, I think you're reading too much into it.
Probably.
I think you're reading too much into it. Because like as soon as it happened with Seth's music changing over into Becky's, I was like, oh, they're going to do the same thing with it changing over into
correct. And then the way they also
music.
had the Titantron with both of their names and stuff on it.
Yeah. I think it was very good. And I feel like that was probably their husbands saying, hey, we'll have the men's music first and then we'll highlight the women
as we walk
and put them as effectively the showcase as we're walking down to the ring.
Yep.
But this match, holy crap, amazing.
It was very fun.
So many sequences in this match. What are you doing? What are you looking for? CM Punk card?
No, not necessarily. I just saw that we have Bird Person over there, and I was thinking we should probably change that.
No, well, it's not even on the screen. Look,
it's not on the screen anymore. Ah, perfect.
Bird Person. 76 of 199. We got Seth on the back on topic.
We got distracted by cards. The start of the match, obviously, with the who was going to start and who wasn't going to start. Becky
the cat and mouse and typical heel stuff. Like I appreciated
it was well done.
Yeah,
and obviously with it being a mixed tag, they played on the fact that they can't, like the men aren't going to hit the women, but then Becky was just like trying to slap and hit Punk the whole time, like she was going to do it anyway. 10 years for AJ Lee to get back in the match, and it felt like 10 years of this match before she got the hot tag.
Oh, it took so long. But the lead up to getting that hot tag, from then on, it was just absolute chaos.
And then Punk, and then hitting the tag on AJ behind. Yeah, it looked great. Perfectly done. And you're right. The chaos of the match, what I've loved so much about how this match was booked was it was 2 singles matches at the same time. And they allowed them to do the same like moves and stuff in the ring next to each other without interfering with each other until they needed to interfere with each other. And then they come off of it and then they come back again. And it was just 2 singles matches going at the same time. And we often hate with like triple threats and stuff where someone gets thrown out of the ring and it feels like there's like or tag matches where people just aren't involved and then something
Yeah.
happens. This never felt like that. This
No.
felt like they were constantly rotating through. Once they got through that cat and mouse stuff at the start and then they went for it, it was just on feeling and hold.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Go through the spots because you took more notes than I did.
Yeah, I took a lot of spots. Once CM Punk finally got that hot tag, because he'd taken out Seth Rollins at that stage, and it was Becky Lynch that was holding his leg, trying to prevent him. Mm-hmm. Funny thing, Becky's just like holding onto his leg, trying to stop Punk from crawling over to get the tag, and he just like gets up and he turns around and he's just like, he just laughs.
Yeah.
And then
You can't stop me.
does his tag. Got through. Shortly after that, Punk would hit a GTS on Rollins. Becky freaks out. We got the synchronized knee strikes with Punk and AJ into the Bulldogs at the same time. And then they both hit the Shining Wizards at the same time. Lovely little sequence
Great
there.
finishing move, Ted. You should learn it.
Bloody Ted. Poor Ted.
He's still sad about the Raiders too.
Oh, mate, he's going to be heartbroken. I was trying to like get myself happier last night by making fun of Ted, but he wasn't having a fucking bar of it.
Yeah, I know, he just left.
He just
Like, I haven't finished, he's
he
gone.
was done. Dude, I was ready to walk out with like 6 minutes left. I was like, nah, game's done.
You and half the crowd.
Yeah, well, half the crowd did walk out. Back on topic. AJ gets the Black Widow on Becky, and Seth gets put in the sharpshooter by CM Punk, and double submission right in the center of the ring. Becky reaches out, claws.
So I missed
Punk's
that
eyes.
the first time I watched that. I didn't see that angle, so I just saw like Punk just go "Rah!" fall off the sharpshooter, and I was like, "What the hell was that?"
Super dramatically.
And then like when I saw the replays, I was like, "Oh, Becky did it."
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't because I thought when he was reaching out, he was trying to reach out to AJ. So they
Yeah,
could,
I thought so too, but I think they were just testing the distance. And then
yeah.
Punk
But that's
adjusted.
what I thought when when you often get two people in submissions and they hold to like hit the strength
Yeah.
between it. That's what I thought he was trying to do. So then when I saw him fly off, I was like, "What happened?"
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Punk getting his eyes raked allowed Seth to pull AJ off of Becky. They both got the double pedigree onto AJ and Punk. They'd go into Punk stomping Rollins after they got back on top.
Before this was the sliced bread spot too.
Oh, I must have missed the sliced bread.
Oh, it was such a good
Oh,
spot.
no, I didn't because Punk like
then
flipped
Punk
AJ
flips AJ.
over onto Becky.
Such
Yeah.
a good spot. That was great.
I can't believe I didn't note that down.
Disappointed.
Yeah,
Not mad, just
disappointment.
disappointed.
Becky got CM Punk in the sharpshooter.
Yep.
Punk reversed it and put Becky Lynch in the sharpshooter.
Surely Bret Hart's going to write a letter about this.
Oh, absolutely. You can't do a sharpshooter on a lady.
Yeah. Unless it's Natalia.
Shh. We don't talk about Natalia.
Natty.
It's
Sorry.
only Natty Neidhart that we want. That's the only acceptable
The only one we want is Natty.
Back on track. We got the double pedigree spot.
Yep, we did.
We had the stomp to CM Punk. Seth Rollins goes for the pin. AJ stomps Seth to stop the pin. Manhandle slam to AJ Lee.
Yep.
God, it's just absolute chaos. Just like their ability to like have everything flow like that was spectacular. They went out into the outside.
This table spot, man. This was good.
Going to do both finishes on both tables, but then after a bit of scuffling, Punk gets Seth up for the GTS, and Becky just throws AJ right into him. They fall through, and the table crumples awkwardly.
Yep.
And that looked really bad because I feel like the front kind of like stayed up, and the top kind of like wedged on it.
Yep.
And then AJ's
AJ
impact
flops
on
down.
that
Yeah.
crumpled the table further. So it was really rough. You could see Punk went straight over to check on AJ.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You doing all right?
You're okay? Yeah.
AJ gets
Go get the finish.
brought back in the ring. Yeah, absolutely. Finish. AJ gets brought back into the ring, up for a manhandle slam, reverses it into the Black Widow. Becky Lynch taps. 1, 2, 3.
And we
Not
said
1,
that
2,
this
3.
was what was going to happen. It was a pin or a submission to AJ over Becky because that's
Yes.
your IC title feud moving
Yep,
forward.
absolutely.
I liked after the match. I remember definitely seeing Becky yelling at the camera because the cameraman came up to her on the outside. She was like, "Get away from me! I don't want to look at you."
Really
which
playing
is
up that
very
character.
characterized of what Becky is. So
Love it.
this was superbly fun. This was exactly what everybody wanted it to be. Not a 5-star classic, but pretty close.
Yeah, I reckon they'll get over 4 easy.
Oh, they absolutely should. They should at least be 4.5 stars. People out on the internet that are saying AJ looked washed and old and hasn't been around for 10 years. Shut up. She was totally fine in the ring. And again, she hasn't wrestled in 10 years. So give her a bit of a break because, she's only going to get better once she gets rid of that ring rust.
Yeah.
But Seth and Punk, they might hate each other in real life. They might not be the best of mates, but they sure as hell know how to work a wrestling match together. What?
Yeah, you haven't seen over the last month or so reports of they're apparently in a bromance backstage.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It kind of like really breaks the fourth wall and like crushes kayfabe.
More but so than Unreal ever could.
But like that's the thing, they have such great chemistry
Absolutely.
on TV, and especially now with AJ and Becky in the mix.
Yeah,
it makes you forget about all that.
Yeah,
because they literally have the ability to make you feel like they absolutely hate each other.
Yep,
and there probably still is a little bit of something there, whether those reports are true or not. Never know.
Yeah,
but yeah, I read that I think a few weeks ago now.
I wouldn't have pictured a bromance between the two.
Yeah.
Considering,
and I read it, I was kind of like, wow, really?
Because obviously, Punk is a Chicago native, and Seth Rollins is a massive Chicago Bears fan. So I think that there's possibly some of that Chicago-ness between the two of them. But yeah, look, they work so well together.
People are so sick of them already, but they're just going to keep on going because they love working together and they make great TV and they have great matches too.
If you can keep on sort of tying them into different things to keep it interesting, I'm fine with it, right?
Yeah.
It would be boring to me if it was just a one-on-one match and a one-on-one match and a one-on-one. And
there's your 5th member for War Games against the Vision, CM Punk.
Yeah, makes sense.
The Usos, LA Knight, Sami Zayn, CM Punk.
Against Seth.
Well, the Vision.
Yeah, so Seth and the Bronze.
Solo and Tama Tonga.
No, we're not putting them in the fucking no way. No.
Did you see that very terrible vignette on SmackDown?
I did see the terrible vignette.
No, I don't fucking put the New Day in there. Jesus.
Did you see what Big E said? I can't remember where it was. I think it was maybe one of the post shows when he was talking about Xavier Woods. So you know how Woods is out injured because of the Mexican destroyers?
Yeah.
Because he needed neck surgery. Woods was like, not Woods. Big E was like, no, it's like he's had this neck problem for a while. And he goes, it's a wrestling show. You walk into the locker room. I've seen a lot of dudes naked. I know he's had this for a while. It's like, Big E, man. Wow.
Holy shit.
Is that why you got the nickname Big E, huh?
How good was that fucking springboard destroyer on Raw this week?
Oh, great.
Oh, amazing. We'll pivot to something else just before we touch on the main event, which was a special appearance from The Undertaker.
Before we get to that, which is why I'm wearing the Undertaker shirt, we've kind of pitched where everything goes after these matches.
Yeah.
This kind of leads us into Seth coming out and spoiling the last match of the night. Cody Rhodes retains. We'll get there in a second. Seth comes out of the post-show.
Yeah.
And he holds up the title. And this is, again, to Reese's point, suck it naysayers that said they weren't going to do the Crown Jewel Championship.
It was always going to happen.
Seth, Cody, title. That's
Boom,
happening
done.
at Crown Jewel.
Fire up.
Which means
Fire up.
we've got AJ against Becky, we assume, for our IC title feud.
Yeah. Tiffy versus Stephanie.
Yep. And then Punk, if he's not feuding in amongst this Seth Cody stuff, does he now get involved with Heyman and the Vision, and that's where he sticks around until you get to War Games?
No.
Or does Punk just...
I feel like he could just have a break.
Yeah. I mean, they won. You don't really want to give him a break after, because he's on...
Well, AJ's going to be on TV.
Punk's on Crown Jewel.
Oh, he has been advertised.
Because he's coming to Melbourne.
Yeah, that's what is he going to do then?
I reckon it's Punk and Bronson.
That'd be rough. Yeah. Now,
I reckon
I completely forgot about him being booked for Crown Jewel.
If you're pitching him to be against
the
Vision...
CM Punk, special guest referee in the title match.
Oh, of Cody and Seth. Oh, yeah, let's do that.
Holy shit. How good would that be? Because, man...
He doesn't like it.
I can't believe I just thought of that out of nowhere.
And then you know what? Seth is the World Heavyweight Champion. Cody is the WWE Champion. CM Punk wins the Royal Rumble.
Oh.
Who does he pick?
This writes itself. Amazing. Done.
Bravo.
Done.
Absolute bravo. Well done. Top notch.
Done.
Crisp high five too.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Yes, so Undertaker comes out, goes and awkwardly sits in the crowd next to Stephanie McMahon. Says they've been friends for a long time, and he just wants to, say that inaugurally she'll be the first entrant in the Hall of Fame for the WrestleMania for 2026.
Yep. Very, very early to get the first person announced.
Very early, because they normally do it like a couple of months out.
You tell
Obviously,
she was,
this is an ESPN thing.
Yeah, you can tell she was like super caught off guard too.
She did not know.
And no fucking idea. And then, of course, she gets all teary, and I was like,
Look, great moment, and I think 100% Stephanie deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
yes, a lot of people will say it's way too soon.
Why?
I know we were talking offline. Excuse me. Do you reckon they're only doing this because they can't do Vince? And I mentioned to you, well, if that shit with Vince never happened, one, he'd probably already be in there.
Yep.
Two, it's just a matter of time before Stephanie got in anyway. So why not now?
Well, I also think, and this is probably pre-thinking things a bit too far ahead, WrestleMania 2027 is going to be in Saudi. You're not having Stephanie McMahon headline a Hall of Fame class in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
You're going to have her in Vegas. So maybe this
Do they maybe do a lot of women's inductions next year to avoid having to do women's inductions in 2027?
I think they'll still do a woman or something in Saudi. But also, is it even going to be in Saudi? Are you going to do... Because normally they do...
They could just do it at a different time.
Hall of Fame, etc. But then that'll be like 4 a.m. or whatever.
You could just do the Hall of Fame like a couple of weeks before you go over to Saudi. Boom, done. Like you just do your normal... Who knows? It's yet to be seen.
But this was a nice spot. American Badass with him coming out of the motorbike.
I was shocked. I was out of the room at the time because I was talking to my wife. She just got home from shopping. And I heard the music. I was like, oh, what the fuck?
What's the Undertaker doing?
What is he...
Why is the Undertaker dressing like a 25-year-old biker still with all his chains and everything and his bandana and his hats? Like, bro, he's 60.
Just like listening to him talk as Mark Calloway.
Yeah. It's
so odd.
Yeah, it's weird. Surprised that he didn't get Michelle McCool to come out there and do it for him. No? Too soon?
No, I feel like Michelle's overhyped, man.
Well, she's taking over everybody's job when Undertaker's involved. So, anyway, main event time.
Main event time. Main event. Was not overly impressed. I think I expected too much going into this.
Where was the Rock rumor coming from?
I don't know. It was literally like before I started watching this morning, I saw someone post something, and people always overbook shit.
Not once.
And I looked at it, and I was like, no way that's happening. But then I was like, but what if Triple H said there's going to be surprise and there's going to be big show? What if?
What if it was the big show?
You know, I had a horror thought. I had a horror thought. That's who was going to come out and save John Cena from Brock Lesnar.
Was the big show.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, God, please, no, I don't want to see that.
They didn't have enough time.
Dude's way too
They didn't have enough time on the whole pay-per-view for Big Show to walk from the ramp down to the ring.
He would have taken
so slow.
Dude's built like a fucking curly-whirly. It's ridiculous. But yeah, this Cody Drew match, there was a spot very early on where Cody was running to go do his Cody cutter. You didn't see this. I
missed this spot, yeah.
But Cody literally just like crumpled to all fours. Like something was wrong. Like he got dizzy or something happened. And I was keeping a very close eye on him after that. And he seemed to, like, even the commentators were talking about it. He seemed a little off, like something wasn't quite right. They tried to play it off like it was from what happened on SmackDown.
Oh, because of him getting his head stomped in by Drew and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. I didn't like the Cody cutter spot where Drew caught him because Cole then said, oh, it looks like Drew slammed Cody.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he hit him with the cutter.
Yeah.
Oh, and like that just seemed like...
I think it was because there was that pause as Drew caught him because he literally caught him and there was like, oh.
Yeah, correct.
It felt like a delayed.
And you said this too. Because Drew is such a big man, he doesn't take the cutter to the ground.
Takes it to his knee. And because his knees are so long, like his legs are so long, he's like this far off the ground.
Yeah, so it just doesn't look quite the same, especially with the Cody cutter. With an RKO, it's different because you go straight to the ground and you know you go flat, whereas the Cody cutter, it's not quite the same. So I didn't like that. I didn't like the finishing spot with the table thing, again, where the ref comes out and stops him. Like, why did the ref come out and stop Randy Orton hitting the punt the other week? That seemed stupid.
Referee's crossing the line.
Why is he coming out and doing this?
Referee's discretion.
Oh, referee's discretion. Go away, Aubrey. But then he misses it.
I was hanging shit on Ref Rage.
Oh, well, yeah, okay. He misses it. He kicks through the table and then plays on his like ankle injury and his legs really hurt. And so then he goes for a Claymore in the match and then crumples and can't do it.
His leg didn't even touch the table. He just booted the TV.
Yeah. Which, I mean, let's be fair. If you're Drew McIntyre,
you've got an old TV around here somewhere. Let me boot it. See if it hurts.
No.
Oh, wait, it's right there.
We're watching it, right?
Yeah.
I hate that spot. I hate that spot where wrestlers' knees or ankles or whatever gets worked over so much, then they run for a move. Oh, they can't do it. And like you go for a spear and he crumples because he can't. I hate that spot.
Yeah.
I hate that finishing spot.
I think
especially considering Cody never worked over his leg.
No, it was just that spot. He got back in the ring, went to do the Claymore, and then it was top rope Cody Cutter, Crossroads 1, 2, 3. And I feel like that was the most flattening finish to a pretty decent pay-per-view.
It was a very good pay-per-view, by the way.
Yeah.
Look, this was an ESPN main event.
Yeah, and
this is Cody Rhodes, is the face of our company. Look at him retain his title.
He got his nice hurrah at the end of the show. No Randy Orton heel turn like we hoped.
That's coming.
No, nothing. It was just a good old babyface moment to cap the show off, you know? Bit disappointing, but it is what it is, you know? It is what it is. I think overall it's like a solid 4-star pay-per-view.
Yeah, I'd give it 4 out of 5. I think all
4.
of the matches, the quality was good. Although not difficult to predict and nothing really, no major surprises.
I'm happy I predicted 5 for 5 with this card.
I got 4 from 5, only because there was no double count out. But look, for what it was, for an event on ESPN, for starting this massive partnership, for the way that WWE, and I think what Triple H has said in the opening promo is that sports and entertainment are so intertwined because sports is entertaining.
Yeah.
And
welcome
sports
to the WWE.
Is entertainment. That's what they did.
Yeah.
And you put on Brock Lesnar as the monster beast incarnate, former NCAA champion, former UFC champion, bashing John Cena to a pulp and winning. That is correct. You have the Vision and the Usos putting on this wild WWE-style tag team match. That was correct. You had the 2 women, 2 of the best technical wrestlers in the world, put on 20 minutes of technical wrestling. That was correct. You have the mixed tag match with all of the emotion, all of the storylines of everything going through with all of the moves and stuff. That was correct. And then Cody winning at the end. All of it was exactly what WWE would want to present on ESPN to the most eyeballs they possibly could. It is exactly what their plan was.
And to all those new fans who may have potentially been tuning in, that was a stellar pay-per-view to them, and now they are WWE fans.
Yep. And because they didn't overbook anything. None of it had to be inside baseball for you to understand what was happening. You could have watched for the first time and seen that guy and his wife hate that guy and his wife, and they're going to have a wrestling match. Those 2 big dudes, they've been wrestling for 25 years. They've got a lot of stories together. They're going to hit a lot of moves on each other. Like, it all made sense. That's what it was.
Love it.
Good pay-per-view.
Yep. Wrap it up there.
Sure.
Thank you for your thoughts, feelings, and emotions, Sir Dan Danielson.
Let us know in the comments below what you thought of WrestlePalooza.
And I know a lot of people online are already saying it's absolute shit compared to All Out, but we will be the final verdict on that potentially next week.
Yeah,
we'll give our thoughts on All Out at some point.
Yes.
When I have a spare day to watch the whole pay-per-view. Honestly, from what I've seen already, good results, great matches, great spots. Some nice surprises.
AEW, that's what it is, man.
Yeah.
I did see Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus back.
Oh,
Jurassic Express.
Whoa.
Thank God, because Jack Perry sucked.
I feel like he was underutilized as a heel potentially. That TNT title run was decent, but it could have been so much more.
Yeah.
But we'll give our thoughts on that another time. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Mr. Dan Danielson. I have been Rowdy Roddy Reece. Talking about all things professional wrestling. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on all our social media pages. And we will see you next time down under the mat. Too sweet.